In League of Legends, there are a massive amount of items. This video goes over all the non-mythic ability power items and when you should consider buying them. For pure damage AP items, we have Deathcap and Void Staff, both of which grant AP. Deathcap grants a massive 120 ability power, and in addition it has a passive where you increase your total ability power by 35%. Most AP champions should consider this item for a massive damage boost. Void Staff also grants a massive 40% magic penetration. Void Staff has no passive, it is literally ability power and magic penetration. You should consider this item against tankier units who have built lots of magic resist, as being able to simply ignore 40% of it is massive. For other AP items, we have Horizon Focus, Shadow Flame, and Magi Soul Stealer, all of which grant ability power and health. Horizon Focus also grants ability haste, and it has a passive where if you CC a champion or deal damage to them with a skill shot while they're 700 units away, then all damage you do against them is increased by 10%. Consider this if you want more damage and you have easy access to skill shots or slows. Shadow Flame has a passive where you ignore a flat 10 to 20 of your opponent's magic resist, based on your target's current health. However, if your opponent was affected by a shield within the last 5 seconds, it's always 20. This essentially works the same way as magic penetration and should be considered when you want to blow up squishies. And Magi Soul Stealer is one of the more unique items in League of Legends. When you have this item, every time you get a kill, you get 4 stacks of this item, and every time you get an assist, you get 2 stacks. And you can get a maximum of 25 stacks. However, if you die, you lose 10 stacks. Where this item's really golden efficient originally, every stack you get gives you 5 ability power. And if you have at least 10 stacks, you get 10% bonus movement speed. Consider this item when you want to snowball hard. For slightly more niche AP items, we have Demonic's Embrace, Lich Bane, Nash's Tooth, and Cosmic Drive, all of which grant ability power. Demonic Embrace also grants health, and you also gain ability power equal to your bonus health. It has a passive where damaging an enemy champion causes a damage over time effect which scales with their maximum health, so this should be considered if you can apply this easily or if you're against tanks. Lich Bane also grants ability haste and movement speed, and in addition it gives you a Sheen passive, so after using an ability your next auto attack does tons of extra damage. Consider this if you're going to be using auto attacks between abilities often. Nash's Tooth also grants ability haste and attack speed, and has a very simple passive where your attacks deal bonus magic damage on hit. Consider this on ability power focused champions who want to be auto attacking often. Cosmic Drive also grants a massive amount of ability haste and movement speed. Cosmic Drive has a passive where upon dealing damage you're granted a stack. Each of these stacks grant you bonus movement speed, and when this is fully stacked you get even more movement speed. Consider this item if you want massive amounts of ability haste, damage, and movement speed. For slightly more supportive items, we have Morello's and Rhyolize, both of which grant health and ability power. Morello's also grants a flat 10 magic penetration and gives you the Grievous Wounds passive, so this item should be considered when you want to reduce your enemy's healing. And Rhyolize has a passive where upon dealing ability damage to an enemy, they are slowed. You should consider this if you ever want the additional utility of all your abilities slowing the enemy. And for slightly more defensive items, we have Banshees, Zhonyas, and Archangels, all of which grant ability power. Banshees also grants ability haste and magic resist, and it grants you a spell shield passive, so every 40 seconds of not taking damage, you're granted a spell shield which will block the next unfriendly ability. Consider this if you need to negate some engage or negate some burst. Zhonya's grants ability haste and armor, and has an active where you put yourself into stasis for 2.5 seconds. Consider this to keep yourself safer. Archangels also grants ability haste, health, and mana, and has a passive where you get more AP for the more mana you have, and has a second passive where if you go below 30% health, you get a large shield scaling with your mana. Consider this for a well-rounded item.